as returning, So I think it's pretty obvious that Sammy and Neville will just win this match, and the Dudley Boys will continue to be buried like they have. It'd just be weird to have the Dudley Boys come out of nowhere and just say, we won a match,
See, and I completely agree. I think the obvious, easy choice is, Sami Zayn and Neville win because they're huge stars and they're young and up and coming and getting pushed, and the Dudley Boys are old. And,
the only disadvantage is that Sammy and Neville aren't actually a tag team, where the Dudley Boys are a tag team, It's like, you'd think that maybe the tag team would beat the two thrown together singles guys, but...
And I really feel that the Dudley Boys need a victory here. I think Sami Zayn and Neville could just do a bunch of entertaining moves in this meaningless match, as we've already established, and they're, them getting over won't be hurt at all with a loss here. I think you could easily have Sami or Neville go for a finishing move on the Dudley Boys on like a table or something, and the Dudley Boys get out of the way, and that's how the Dudley Boys win the match. But I don't think it really does anything for Sami and Neville if they win this match, because the Dudley Boys have been so, jobberly used since returning. So, and on the flip side, I don't think a loss hurts Zayn and Neville. So, looking at it that way, with both of those things being the case, I'm picking the Dudley Boys in a surprise victory in this match, and it won't be terrible. It'll be a 10 to 15 minute.
It'll be like a Lucha Dragons version versus the Dudley Boys.
It'll be an average, okay, 3 stars out of 5 type of match.
Maybe a little less.
Right.
I agree with your points. I do think that the Dudley Boys need this win, but time and time again, WWE has shown that they don't always do what they need to do. They do what they think is best for business, not exactly what's best for the performers, just kind of what's best for their overall product. And I think that they're going to go with the underdogs, the small guys, or whatever, and Sammy and Neville to beat the Dudley Boys, even though I'd like to see the Dudley Boys win. That's my thoughts, though.
All right, so I've got it going heel victory. You've got it going heel victory, babyface victory. All right, and then our third and final pre-show match before we get to the official SummerSlam match card, we've got some crazy Teddy Long stuff going on here. Will remind us again what we've got in this third match.
Oh boy. So, American Alpha, the Hype Bros, and the Usos, so that's 6 people, are facing off against a bunch of other 6 people, which are 3 tag teams, in Breezango, the Ascension, and the Vaudevillains in a 12-man tag team match. This match is clearly a stuffed match,
So,
it's
6 people on one team versus 6 people on the other team, and all 6 people are on each team are comprised of 2-person tag teams.
Clearly, it's just WWE's way to show, look at all the tag teams we have now that the brand splits happened, look at, we're having our tag teams face off against each other with no title on the line whatsoever.
See, I feel like this match is the result of WWE having some bad contracts with their talent, where all these guys were promised to be paid whether they get used or not on the show, and so they were like, well, let's just throw them all together in one match since we gotta pay them anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I think that's in any way, shape, or form the actual truth, but it's just, that's what it feels like to me. Yeah. I think this, without a doubt, match 100% goes to your babyface team.
That's exactly what I thought.
I can't imagine this match going to the heel team at all.
Imagine one of the Ascension members, Connor Victor, actually pinning a member of American Alpha for the victory.
Right, and I think that's what we get. I think American Alpha gets the victory for their team.
Yeah. Whether if it's the Vaudevillains, Ascension, or Breezango.
Right. I mean, American Alpha is by far the biggest tag team, the most over, the most up and coming in this match. Mm-hmm. By far. So, I don't know. What do you think?
It's the babyface team for me all the way. I don't see the bad guys winning at all.
Yeah, nope. I think that's just an obvious cheap pop babyface spot. All right, cool. So boom, there's your pre-show predictions, and now we are on to the official SummerSlam match card. So where are we starting off with this?
I think we should start off with that 6-woman tag team match.
All right.
Let's just get all the tag team matches besides the tag titles out of the way,
Yeah.
all in a 3-way.
Not a bad idea. All right, now as he mentioned, in that female tag match, we've got a 3-on-3 tag match featuring the good guy team of Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and to be determined. Now, there was a previous wrestler originally slated for that spot, and that's really the primary wrestler that this whole match and storyline was revolving around, and that is All Red Everything, me and Corey Graves'
NJBL.
favorite, NJBL, the one and only stunning Eva Marie. However, it was announced just the other day that Eva Marie became the third performer this week to violate the WWE's wellness policy, which Roman Reigns did very famously here just a month or two ago. It was first announced at Alberto Del Rio, or no, was it Paige that was first announced? And then the next day it was Del Rio that was announced?
I remember I was told that Paige was the first.
Okay. So early in the week it was announced that Paige is suspended for 30 days effective immediately, and then the following day it was announced that Alberto Del Rio is suspended for 30 days effective immediately. Conveniently enough, following SmackDown, obviously they had to get that one taping and working out of him yet, though. And then here just the other day it was announced that Eva Marie is suspended for 30 days, all for violating the WWE
And
wellness
all
policy.
3 of these suspensions occurred in less than 24 hours as well. Less than 24 hours, you got 3 suspensions by WWE.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. So, I guess, this whole thing's just become a giant mess. Again, we were pretty certain we knew how this was playing out. Eva Marie had been, teasing to make her debut, and then something really ridiculous would always get in the way and prevent it from happening. We were pretty sure that we were going to get teased that the whole time throughout the SummerSlam match, and then at the very, very end, she was going to tag herself in after someone else, was knocked out. One of her opponents got knocked out in the ring or whatever, and just get the opportunistic pin. Was almost a certainty. But now, where you go with any of this, what team wins, who gets the pin, who's replacing Eva Marie, all that stuff, it's a big giant question mark. I think with Eva Marie out, the by far smartest way to go, regardless of who replaces Eva Marie, would be to have Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella get the victory and have Becky Lynch get the pinfall or tap out, because for the most part, over the past month or two, she has been getting really buried and jobbing to all these other new up-and-comers like Carmella and Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie and these other people that they're trying to establish as they're legit. So that's my feelings on that. However, if they were to put Nia Jax in this match to replace Eva Marie,
she's a Raw superstar, so I don't know.
Right,
how
and
that
these
could
are
work.
all SmackDown wrestlers, so that would, I don't know. I don't know. Do they even have? I thought they only had the 6 total on the SmackDown roster for women superstars.
I thought that was
I really
the case
think
too.
I really think they had it. So they're gonna have to. I don't know. Maybe a one-off. Someone currently on NXT, maybe, but it would have to be a heel. Like, you can't have Bayley come up and do it.
No.
So I don't know what. I have no idea. What do you think? This one's got me thrown for a loop.
I really don't have a specific answer, like a clear person who I think will be picked. But I feel like it might be just like a NXT jobber of sorts, or just a regular superstar jobber. Like, I don't even know who could really replace Eva Marie's spot, you know? Like, there's no one really big enough to actually work. Like, there's no star power with the person, whoever they choose, if it works, you know? Like, Bayley obviously can't work, Nia Jax is on a different show. Like, it's hard to really tell who is going to be the partner, really, because...
See, and I think that maybe, just maybe, you could make it Nia Jax. Like, she's the only heel that's available that has star power. I understand that the brand crossing doesn't necessarily work, but we do have a little bit of brand crossing, just a tiny bit, in other places on the match card, so it wouldn't be completely out of place. And also then, I think it would give you the route of, you know, you could Stephanie McMahon, I'll help you out, brother, or whatever. You know, Nia, you go in there and destroy everybody, whisper, whisper. You know, and so you've got a couple different layers now to what's going on and why it's going on. You've got a little Shane versus Steph storyline and rivalry taking place. You know, you've got some Raw versus SmackDown. Mm-hmm. You can give the push to Nia and just have her decimate everybody. Mm-hmm. And you can use that then moving forward with your SmackDown Diva division, and what went on with Eva Marie too, as a, hey, this is a call, we're calling out all of our women wrestlers on SmackDown. You all need to up your game, and you know, like, that can be kind of what they work with for storyline moving forward for a little bit, is how, you know, everybody's like fighting for their job and having to get better, and you know, it's super duper competitive. So I don't know. That's the only thing I can come up with anyone that makes any kind of sense. So that's what I'm going with. I'm saying Nia Jax is the to be decided, and it ends up as a Raw women's roster victory with Nia decimating everybody, and a victory of Steph over Shane, and yeah, that's all I can come up with.
It's the only really logical answer you could come up with that really has any sort of, you know, oh my gosh, we could actually lose now, you know, like... Oh.
I did come up with one other option.
Oh, okay.
SmackDown does have someone else on their roster that could fill in. And it would be some star power.
Okay.
Maurice.
Ah, yes.
Maurice is a heel.
The manager of The Miz.
Yep, and a former WWE women's wrestler, diva wrestler. Mm-hmm.
Former Divas champ, yep.
Yep, exactly. It would be a special surprise thing that nobody is expecting, and some people would be excited for. I don't know then... I think then you'd probably want to give Maurice... I don't know, you might want to give Maurice the victory yet. I don't know. Or you got to go the Becky Lynch route. Like, that's the only option if the babyface team wins. But yeah, I guess there is another SmackDown female that could work great. Like I said, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking with my Nia Jax.
The one problem I have with that is it kind of just comes out of nowhere, considering Maurice has just been a manager for like so long with The Miz now, and she's going to be at SummerSlam anyways managing The Miz. So she would have to do two roles in one night, having to compete and to manage The Miz, which is kind of a little weird, I think. Like,
it's been done before. I've seen it done where a manager or someone's ringside for someone during a match, and at some other point in the show they wrestle in a match.
So you've never really seen it with a women's division yet either.
No, so that'd be really cool.
True.
It'd be a great way to, women, we're viewing women as equals, and storylines that we would have for men, we're gonna,
which is
use
great
for women too, right?
Well, if it is going to be Nia Jax or Maurice, which I really like that idea.
Two candidates.
if it's gonna